the nation's favourite celebrities.
Oh, that is good.
Paired up with an expert.
I like that.
And a classic car.
Feeling confident?
Their mission, to scar Britain for antiques.
Look at you, you're really good.
The aim, to make the biggest profit at auction.
Is it a find?
But it's no easy ride.
Hey, come on.
Who will find a hidden gem? Take the biggest risk.
You got a tow truck.
Will anybody follow expert advice?
I might have bought rubbish, who knows?
There will be worthy winners
Whoa!
and valiant losers.
Come on, someone else, someone!
Put your pedal to the metal. This is the Celebrity Antiques Road Trip. Yeah. Breaking news. Today's star-studded shopping spree features a bright yellow motor and 2 intrepid celebs.
How are you feeling, Lou?
Terrified.
I wouldn't feel safe in my hands. I can't even reach the steering wheel.
Award-winning journalist and ITN newscaster Nina Hussain is at the wheel. Yorkshire-born Nina is the main anchor of ITV News London and also presents news at 10.
Do you think doing something like this, it just might ruin our friendship because we're going to have to get so competitive?
How competitive are you going to be, Lou?
I'm going to win.
And her navigator is fellow reporter Lucrezia Millarini, who has been a familiar face on UK bulletins since 2010, presenting ITV's lunchtime and weekend news.
We've worked with each other for years, haven't we?
Yeah, but so often I'd be in one place and you'd be in,
Yes.
in another place. So we'd talk to each other
Yeah.
over the microphone.
It's rare that
On the telly.
But it's rare that we're actually in the same room at the same time.
Never together. This is a treat.
This is a treat, isn't it?
Oh, hello.
Uh-oh. Break the car.
Do not make me reverse this car.
No. It's bad enough just going forward.
This pair of newsies are driving a custard-coloured 1955 Ford Pop Hot Rod, built at a time before seatbelts were mandatory.
What you don't know about me, Lou, because
Yeah.
I've kept this hidden really well, is that secretly I am an antiques expert.
Are you?
No.
Nah.
What are we going to do?
I don't know. I think luckily we've got an expert to guide us all the way through this.
Our journo chums will have £400 each and expert advice from the fellas in this 1960 Ford Thames.
Are you sure there's a shop down here?
Oh my God! Whoa! Hold on, Stephen. We're going for it. We're going
brace
for it.
position, brace.
I told you I had no sense of direction.
Yes, Dorset's Tim Medhurst and Geordie boy Stephen Moore had better hold tight. Their motor predates seatbelts too.
It sounds like it's about to take off.
This isn't the road.
Isn't it?
No, this is the road to nowhere.
Dearie me. We'll leave them to get back on track and rejoin the girls.
Bong. Nina and Lucrezia take on the task of their lives.
Bong, who will fail at the first hurdle?
You're not doing a news voice, Nina.
I'm trying to drive you safely.
news voice at least.
The multitasking is...
In other news, we'll be flitting between Nottinghamshire and Derbyshire for this shopping bonanza before an auction in Buckinghamshire. But we begin in Budby, at Budby Antiques and Vintage Emporium.
Let the games begin.
Oh my gosh, there's lots going on.
Now, time to track down those experts.
Nina,
Stephen.
fancy finding you an antique shop.
Thank goodness you
You're-
are here, is all I'm thinking.
Not your natural habitat.
Not my natural habitat.
How are you with tennis?
Also not my natural habitat. Biggest Andy Murray fan in the world, but not a player.
So the doubles match is out the way.
I'm afraid so.
Or shall we go look some antiques
Yeah, I
instead?
think we should, yeah. There's so much to
The
look
antiques
at.
are this way.
Right.
One pair sorted, now for the other.
Well, hello.
Hello, Lucrezia.
Hi, Tim. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. And I've already started rooting around this antique
You have.
shop.
I've had a little cheeky look.
Have
I
you?
To say. Yes.
What's your knowledge of antiques like? Are you going to teach me one or two things?
I don't think that's going to be happening, Tim. I don't know a lot about antiques. I know what I like,
Okay.
and I know what I don't like.
Well, that's a fab start.
That's
because
a good start,
sometimes
right?
if you don't know what you like, then where do you start?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that's good news.
So I am drawn, and I think it's because of the Italian in me.
Okay.
I am drawn to kind of like sparkly stuff.
Glitzy.
Yeah, glitzy.
Glitz and glamour.
Glam, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a good start, isn't it? You know what you want glitz and glamour.
But I want it to be worth something.
Exactly, because
Yeah.
you want to win, don't you? You want to beat
I
Nina.
really want to beat Nina.
Okay,
'Cause
all right.
I think she really wants to win.
Let's
so.
get looking together, shall we?
all right.
Do you want to go that way? And
That
I'll
way?
follow you.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Let's
get
go.
rummaging.
Let's go.
Righto, we're off and running. 400 smackers each, remember? But they need to search high and low for the best pieces.
So the lesson starts here. What do you think this is?
I'm going to go drinks.
So you're warm.
Closer.
You're warm. Could even say warm drink.
Tea related.
Tea!
Tea! Brilliant.
It's a teapoy. So tea was always served by the lady of the house because it was seen as an act of hospitality. So she'd have the teapoy next to her. She would lift it up and she'd say, "Oh, would you like Indian or China?"
you like a cup of
Exactly.
tea?
And then they would take the mix from you and mix them in the mixing bowl.
Right.
Put them into the teapot, pour the water on, and Bob's your uncle. There's your tea.
And is this a British?
British.
design?
It's
Yeah.
about 1820, 1830.
The name of the game is to pick items that have got the value. Has it got value for somebody else
Have a
willing
look
to
at
buy
the
it?
price. £750.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be buying that, are we?
Ah, goodness, no, I think that's
Right.
probably gone beyond our budget. So we'll have to
Yeah,
move on.
let's go this way.
Let's go this way.
Yes, that would have required some serious negotiating skills. Meanwhile, any luck for Lucrezia?
Some more sparkly jewellery stuff here, Tim.
Ooh, anything that's caught your eye?
Oh yeah, this.
What's
You
that?
see, it's like a necklace.
Ooh,
Just
can you get it out and we'll have a look?
yeah, I'll have a go on my
Let's
lap.
have a look.
Try not to dislodge everything. Oops. Famous last words. Here we go.
Fine. Oh, it's presented nicely in the box, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what those?
quite
So
like
it's
that.
Danish. It's sort of classic, sort of Danish, Norwegian-looking jewellery, isn't it? And quite often with these, they've got a maker's mark on them, and that tends to be what you look for straight away. This one doesn't. You're looking for a name like David Anderson,
Right.
something like that, which does command quite a good price now because
Really?
they're quite stylish, aren't
Yeah.
they? And even though I suppose they're sort of mid 20th century, that sort of date, you know, they're quite contemporary at the same time, aren't they? But with these sort of things, when you're looking at enamel, you've got to look at condition because it chips quite easily.
There's a
And I
bit-
can see there's quite a big chip
Yeah.
on that one there.
That's a
And I
shame.
mean, £39 would be an absolute bargain if the enamel was perfect. But they priced it accordingly because of the damage, I think.
Really? So it didn't have that missing piece?
If it didn't have that missing piece, I could see that being maybe £80 to £100.
Really?
Yeah, because it's just so wearable, isn't it? So, well spotted, but we've just got to keep an eye out for that condition because
All
it
right.
makes all the difference.
Not
quite
today
often.
necklace.
Yeah, pretty though, isn't it?
Very pretty.
nice. There's some nice things in there.
That is a shame, but there's more to be found. Now, back with Nina and Stephen.
See, I need one of those.
Well, you see, look, this.
Actually need one of those.
Do you know how much this is? This is £20.
Yeah.
It's a Butler valet stand. We're going to get a Butler for £20. And look, it's in really good condition. It's probably 1940, so it's not great age, but it's in really good condition. And look, I mean, da, 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 da. Oh, I can't get. Da, da, da. I'll never make a stripper. It actually still works. Look.
They sell for more than that, the new ones, don't they? As in, if
Well-
only because I know, because I've been looking. I'm going to say I think we go for this and
Take
see
your news
see
power
where
suit off.
so see where we land. Yeah.
You can hang your hat on them buying that then. How are our other duo faring?
Goes on and on. It's like a rabbit warren.
It really is, isn't it? Oh, there's so much more in here.
That's quite cool, isn't it? Look at that. Have you ever seen a kettle that big?
I haven't actually, but I do know it fulfils that shiny
The
requirements
glitz.
that I have. Yeah, it's nice.
Because actually, with a bit of a polish, that would really come up, wouldn't it? Although I quite like it when antiques get a bit of a
Yeah.
tarnish.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
it's nice, isn't it?
Do we think that's an antique and actually?
Yeah, I think you're looking probably early 20th century, maybe the 1920s, 30s, something like that. Eastern, maybe Burmese, that sort of part of the world.
It could be decorative, couldn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly,
So it could be,
yeah.
it could be in the garden or a
Yes.
conservatory space or in the
yeah,
kitchen,
definitely.
somewhere like that.
There's so many uses for
Yeah.
antiques when you actually like something. You think, oh, well, I could put it there or there. So I quite like this.
I like that.
£20.
Well,
I mean, it's probably worth the weight in brass.
it's a bargain, isn't it? What do you think? Is that going to make some money back?
Yeah, I could see that making 30 or 40. So we
Okay.
could double up on a good day. So I know it's not necessarily something that we're splashing the cash on. So maybe we put it back see if we can find something that's a bit juicier.
Yeah. It's
if not,
in reserve.
Yeah, if not, I think that's actually got some charm to it.
I think it has. It's very charming. Thank you, Tim.
Good. Right, let's put it there, and we'll come back to it. Yeah.
Excellent. All right, let's get looking.
We'll leave that one on the back burner for the time being. Let's see what's going on elsewhere in the shop.
Nina, when did you last get a Valentine?
Oh, Stephen, is that a Valentine?
That is a Victorian Valentine.
Oh, wow. Oh, Victorian. That's getting my alarm bells ringing in a good way.
So this is about 1850, 1860. I mean, look at the work on it. This
really
is all,
beautiful and intricate.
yeah, cut paper. Imagine receiving that on a morning of St. Valentine's Day.
How rare, though, are these?
Well, a lot of times people did frame them like this and keep them, but other times they were just thrown away. So, but you know, this is mid 1800s, so this is getting on for 200 years old.
I've got to spot imperfections. How are we looking in terms of closer inspection?
Yes, this has moved a little bit. So I mean, you've got these sort of fabric flowers, you've got these cut paper pieces, little glass beads, but you know, and there's a bit missing there. But it's not bad, Nick, for getting on for 200.
£35 on the ticket.
It's not a lot of money to lose.
Yeah.
We might get our money back.
Yeah.
We might lose a little, but we might gain a little.
OK, I think this is worth a gamble.
I think it's worth a gamble. Shall we put that on the... Yeah. Shall we do this? Look, let's do it like that.
Lou's never going to see that. Yeah.
No.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Has Lucrezia spotted something too?
Tim, I've got a thing for teddies.
Oh, look at him, he's cute.
He's cute. He's really cute.
What's the thing that draws you to teddies, then?
I don't know. I'm just a bit of a child.
Oh, yeah.
Really. I think just being a bit immature. I've got quite a lot of teddies and stuffed toys at home that I can't really throw away.
You get attached and it's nostalgia as well, is it? Oh.
Yeah, but he's really cute.
He is a really sweet one. His head is far too big for his body.
Oh,
he
God,
growls. He's got a growler.
Oh, that's so cute.
He's saying, buy me.
He really is. He's asking to be bought, isn't he? But how much is he? 75 quid.
I was hoping you were going to say nearer 30, to be honest, because if we're taking it to an auction, we've got to account that somebody wants a bargain potentially. So
it's a bit steep then.
It might be for us, but it's very, very charming. If you're completely attached to it, we could do a bit of haggling and maybe we could take him on.
Maybe.
But we can carry on looking round, can't we?
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you back.
I don't want to say I'd feel so bad just saying no.
Nasty Tim's made me put you back, so I'm going to put you back for now.
He's growling at me.
He's growling. He's not happy.
Right, come on.
Another one for the maybe pile. Meanwhile, if you go down to the woods today, you'll find Nina and Stephen taking a breather.
Thank you.
Is that better?
Out in this beautiful sunshine, we've got to actually focus now, haven't we? We're here to do a job, and that is to buy some antiques. Yep. Decisions.
Let's get Alan, the dealer, in.
Ah, you're hiding. Come and sit down. Take a seat. Take the weight.
Thank you.
There's the Valentine. It's £35.
Yeah.
There's the valet stand at £20. Don't think we should haggle on those. They're good prices.
Yep, it's time to just make a decision.
Pay the man.
OK, I need to actually do that bit, don't I? Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
£55 spent, with £345 left over.
It was a bit... Oh, my God! It's a bit... It's that way.
Hold on tight!
I know!
But while those two scarper off, Lucrezia and Tim still have some business to conclude.
Clara.
Hello.
I'd like to buy something, please.
Fantastic.
Yes, the brass kettle, Eastern kettle. Yeah,
£20, I think.
£20.
That was, yeah.
I've got £20.
Perfect.
It's
yes,
yours, the
that's great.
kettle.
Yeah, thank you very
so
much.
Well, that was easy.
Thank you.
Thanks very
Bye-bye.
much.
£20 paid, leaving £380 for next time.
Well done on your first purchase.
Thank you.
I like it very, very much.
It's heavy. Right, I'm going to try and put it in the back. Hang on. Oh. Here we go.
Toodaloo, chaps. Now, where's the hot rod got to?
Have you noticed those two buttons there? What do you think they might do? Dare we press one?
Are you thinking one of them might be an ejector seat?
Yeah, but is it for you or for me? Go on, press one. Go on. Press it. Press it.
Oh, I like that.
don't press the other one. That is definitely the ejector seat.
These two are taking a little detour and crossing the border into Derbyshire, en route to the village of Whitwell. They're here to find out about a colourful Derbyshire tradition known as well dressing. They're meeting local scout leader Darren Ellis to learn more.
I think this is Darren. Hi, Darren. Pleased to meet you.
Welcome to Whitwell.
Thank you very much. What are you doing?
I'm just getting ready for our annual well dressing celebration.
I'm sorry, what now?
Well dressing. Well, this is almost a well, and well dressing is a tradition where we give thanks for the water and we bless our wells with colourful displays.
OK, I was going to say, because I'm not being rude or anything, but it doesn't look very well dressed at the moment.
It looks undressed.
Yeah, naked well.
It is. Tomorrow the displays will go up, but for now they are still being created. It's many hours of work to make them.
OK, I'm really trying hard to visualise it, but I can't. Is there something you can show me, perhaps?
Well, better than that, you can have a go.
OK, fancy that?
Brilliant, absolutely.
Excellent. So, Darren, I know that I'm going to see the glamour bit a bit later, but this is the gritty bit, isn't it?
Well, this is what we call the clay bash. Basically, we take the clay that we've used from previous displays and we smash it back down into a dust as fine as we can get it. It gets sieved, and then it gets sieved again to make a fine dust, which we can then mix back in with water to create the final displays that we end up with.
Look, I've got the apron on. I'm dying to have a go. Can I go for it?
Absolutely, yes.
I'll go for it.
Go on, then.
So we want to get it down to a fine dust.
Well, 3, 2, 1. Smash that clay.
One.
Oh, yeah, loving this.
Smash that clay.
Loving this.
It can be quite satisfying, depending on your mood. Right, and then
just
the excess in there be easier, and then we're not redoing things, force of habit.
Stephen, I get the sense you're watching me and quite happy
I'm in a very supervisory role.
Yeah. Well, I've made a tiny contribution to your next well dressing, I think. Thank you. I am itching to see the creative process.
Absolutely.
Can we take a look inside?
Indeed.
Well dressing is unique to Derbyshire. Teams of villagers create intricate mosaics using natural materials such as leaves, moss, flower petals, and even coffee beans on a bed of rich, moist clay. Each display can take up to a week to produce.
So, Darren, this is where the magic happens.
Yeah, so this would go on the green where we met you earlier.
How did it come to this village?
Well, it started in Whitwell in 1972 as a fundraiser for the Scout and Guide group, and my granny here, Nanette, was involved in the first one.
Oh, incredible.
I was only just a peddler in those days. Pulled in over the garden fence, come and join us.
Do you think people, when they're admiring the work, have any idea how much goes into it by how so many people as well?
Not most people don't realise how much it does take when you see the fiddly bits like that going in.
It's a good technical term, fiddly bits.
Fiddly bits, yes.
Well dressing is an ancient tradition that gives thanks to Derbyshire's freshwater springs. Early Christians considered the practice blasphemous, and it was banned. But in the 14th century, when the Black Death swept through England, villages that escaped the plague reintroduced well dressing, and so the tradition survived.
I don't want to get this wrong. It's much more technical than I would have imagined.
How have your two apprentices done, do you think? Don't hold back. I've noticed mine are lifting up, I'm afraid.
They have flipped up, but that's not a bad thing because so many people, like I have there, press them too much and they get wet and the clay comes on the surface and they spoil, they bruise. So they don't want to be pressed too much.
So can I come back next year?
You may.
Thank you.
The greatest of pleasure.
Well, story of my life, I was going in the wrong direction.
She's doing fine. She hasn't bruised them like I have.
So we've got quite a lot of work still to do with this one, many hours still left to go for our volunteers later today. We have got one that's very nearly finished over the other side there though, so if we go and have a look at that one, we can do some finishing touches and maybe even have a look at it in situ.
Despite its mysterious origins, well dressing in Derbyshire is a tradition that has spanned centuries, connecting communities and celebrating nature.
It looks like our final piece has been done, and just as neat as the rest of it, fabulous.
Left a bit, right a bit, right a
I was going
bit.
to say, make sure I don't fall down the well. Hang on.
Right, are you ready? One big fast lift. Is that about right, Darren?
That's it, and then tip it up on its edge.
Oh, no,
This is-
goodness, you
this
didn't
is
tell
the-
me how to do that as well.
There we go.
And nothing's fallen off.
Step away from the well dressing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Darren. Good luck.
Thank
Have a
you,
great
thank
well
you.
dressing
Good luck with yourself.
ceremony.
Bye-bye.
Darren and the team will be working through the night to get this well dressed. In the meanwhile, let's check in with Lucrezia and Tim. These two are on their way to Retford in Nottinghamshire and the Antiques Cafe. Nice.
Right, here we are, Lou, our final shop for today.
You got a good feeling?
I have.
Good.
It's bursting with goodies in here, and just as well because Lucrezia still has 380 to spend. Looks like Tim spotted something already.
What's that then?
That's quite nice, isn't it?
I quite like it. What is it?
Well, it's a.
I can see it's an elephant.
It was made of pewter, and it's quite a common material for things to be made during the 19th century, 18th century. This one's a 19th century piece, and if we open it up, look at that. It would have been lined at one time inside, and it would have been a little jewellery casket.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
If you think back to the period when this was made, it was around the time that the Victorians were doing their sort of grand tour in the 19th century, in the 1800s, and going to places like India, which it was such a feat to get all the way there. And then I suppose you would own things like that to remind you of that part of the world.
Travels.
Exactly,
Yeah.
It's priced at 65. And
Steep, do you think?
well, do you know what? I don't think it is. But again, if we're taking these to auction, so we want to get them as low as possible, so we were into a chance of winning.
Because I want to win.
Exactly. So I do wonder whether that's something we can go for to make a profit.
I like it.
I could see it making up to 100 on a good day in an auction.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
put my
like
neck
it,
on
and I
line
like the
there.
idea because obviously I like the jewellery and the accessories.
We haven't necessarily found the glittery glitz.
Not yet.
But we
no.
found what it goes in.
Exactly. Perfect.
Right, let's put it here.
Great.
That's something to put in the memory box and
keep
come
that
back to.
to keep
yeah.
it. Okay.
An elephant never forgets. Now, what else is there?
Look, Tim, amidst these little prayer books, there's
that's
this.
nice.
Which is it a shot
Yeah,
measure?
single measure and double measure.
Yeah.
Looks a nice little bit and not a bad price. £30.
Down the bottom there, I can see there's a full set of hallmarks. They're the English set of hallmarks. So you've got the lion pass on, which means it's English 925 silver. The anchor, which means it was assayed in Birmingham. And then there's a date letter there, and I think it's 1960 or around the 1960s.
Groovy, baby.
Yeah, can you imagine
Okay.
the parties in the
I can.
60s? And
It's had some use.
yeah, because at the
is
glance,
good.
it almost looks deco, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I suppose, you know, the cocktail fashion never ends, does it?
I don't think it does.
No, it's not the
Not
fashion
in my
now.
house. Certainly not. Well, I
Well,
like it. So what do we reckon that
well,
that's something that would
Do you know,
sell?
it's unusual because it's silver, and I love the fact that it's got the ring handle. It's kind
Yeah.
of adds a bit of quality to it. You can imagine the barman or
Do some, like
spinning it around.
Yeah, Tom
and-
Cruise style.
Yeah.
cocktail. Yeah.
And I wonder if it was part of the set with a cocktail shaker maybe and a jug and things. So I really like it. It's a good spot. And being solid silver as well, there's market for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think if we can get it at a reasonable price, then it might be worth taking to an auction. I think it could make maybe £40 to £60, something like that.
Okay.
So
It's not bad.
I think it's a nice thing, well spotted.
Thank you.
We're finding some decent things, aren't we? Very
We're getting
exciting.
there.
Bottoms up, that's 2 so far. Can we make it a hat trick?
I quite like this mirror.
It's quite eye-catching, isn't it?
It is. I can't walk past a mirror. I'm that vain.
Get it off the wall.
I'm not
let's have a look.
sure.
Come
Do you
on.
think I should?
Yeah,
oh,
go
I'm
for it. Come on.
terrified of dropping
Antiques should be
things.
touched.
Imagine if I dropped it.
Oh, it's quite nice, actually, isn't
It's
it?
got
What's the
good
back
rates.
like? Because that's going to tell us about age.
Look.
Oh, that's got some age. Often the back and the bottoms of things tells us the whole story. And I would say, looking at the sort of way it's been potted and the colour and wear and things, I would say it's probably late 19th century, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, or early 20th century. So we're looking at something that's going on for 100 years old or there or thereabouts.
Great.
I
like
so it's actually quite a good decorative thing. I really like it. Well spotted.
Ticket price, £95.
Now, the price is my only issue with that. So you're going to have to use some real
Okay.
negotiation skills. But I can see you're not going to put that back down, are you?
I don't think I will actually. No.
I really like it.
I'm going to do my best.
Dealer John had better brace himself.
John.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, John.
How are you both?
We come bearing
Good.
things.
Yes.
we found 3 items that we quite like the look of.
The £65 elephant, £30 spirit measure, and £95 mirror.
And Lou's going to have her debut on negotiation, and I know you're a nice chap, so...
I know you're a nice guy.
I'm not that nice. I behave.
But I also know there's 3 things.
Right.
You can get rid of them to us for a good deal.
Right.
100 quid?
No,
Oh, come on.
Behave. 125.
125?
It's up to you. I think it's a good reduction.
And it's
a good reduction.
They're nice things as well.
They are nice things. I like them a lot. I do like them a lot, John.
I do like him a lot myself.
Do you?
Yeah.
You don't like them that much, do you? You want to get rid of
I do.
Let's just get rid of the 5 because it's messy. 120.
Right,
No, bigger
120
notes.
then.
Yay!
Right.
Never carry fivers.
Love you, John. Thank you. 1.
Nicely done, Lucrezia. That's another 3 lots in the bag.
There it is.
Right.
All there
Very
counts.
much.
Okay,
John, thank you.
nice one.
Take
Thanks ever
care,
so much.
John. See you again.
Do well in the auction.
Thank you.
Hopefully.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
£40 for the elephant, 30 for the spirit measure, and 50 for the mirror, leaving 260 for tomorrow.
Well, hey. Here we go.
And that's our business done for the day.
So, shopping spree done. How do you feel?
I think we did all right, didn't we? We came out with 2 items. Neither of them are superstars, but we've got something to work with, yeah? Would you
Spend our
agree?
money wisely.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
didn't spend too much, which
No.
I'm quite happy about at this stage.
So that means we won't lose too much. Yeah.
There's the optimism.
Well, that's it. Shopping day done.
All done.
Have you enjoyed your whole shopping day?
I have really, really enjoyed it.
Good.
I think we've done okay. I can't wait for tomorrow.
Neither can I. Nighty-night. Good morning, Antiques fans. It's a beautiful summer's day, and all's well that ends well in Whitwell. Nina's well is dressed. Look at that. Amazing. And news just in, all's well in the yellow Ford too.
Oh, day 2, Nina. I'm excited.
Yeah, hitting the road again.
Hitting the
I'm
road.
loving the fact you have coordinated your outfit with our car.
Well, you know, I try.
I think the ladies are warming to the hot rod at last.
The car's still going, which is great.
Yeah,
Your driving's getting better and better.
I don't think I've broken the exhaust. I have got something to show you. Do you want my party trick?
Oh, God, I don't know if I'm
ready?
ready for this. Told you I'm triggered by loud noises.
Never gets old, that one. Now, what did our celebs make of their experts?
I'm very happy to be paired with Tim.
Oh, well, I'm happy as well, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah. He's,
That's really good.
We've had a good laugh about my inexperience when it comes to antique shopping.
Well, I think we probably had the same experience then. I think Stephen's been very kind that I'm a complete ignoramus. I find antiques really intimidating.
Yeah.
And I was really worried that my expert was going to be really condescending and patronising. And thankfully, if he is, he's hiding it really well.
Let's find out what they really think, shall we? And catch up with the boys.
You're looking very dapper as ever.
Thank you. Well, we try, you know. Not too hard.
And
you know.
how have you been getting on with Nina?
She's great fun. She was cool towards the antiques. But I think once she realised that, you know, antiques tell stories and that's what she does as a journalist. So she kind of thought, and it all came
Meshes together. Yeah. Oh, well, that's good.
And what about you, Timbo? How are you getting on with Lucrezia?
She's a handful, but she knows.
Okay, is there a story there?
She knows exactly what she wants, and she's got a brilliant eye for antiques as well. Actually,
Really?
She knows quality.
This'll do. I'm interested to see what you've got, Nina.
Yeah. I should warn you,
Yeah.
I've only got one of my things in the boot.
Really?
The other was a tad too large
so big.
for the little car. Da,
Yeah.
da, da, da. Tell me.
This is a kettle. I don't know if you can tell. But you can't. I don't know if you're going to pick it. It's really heavy. It's a brass kettle.
Okay. What? How old is it? What kind of era-ish?
It's quite old.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly. And this is a mirror that I spotted actually, because yeah, like I said, I can't walk past a mirror, Nina. And I saw it, but I like the look of it. And we thought first of all,
that it actually wasn't that old. But if you turn it round, it actually is very old.
I'm loving the colour.
Yes.
And is this on purpose in terms of the
Yes.
cracks? Is that
It's not cracks.
right?
It's not cracks. It's design.
Right. Okay.
Lucrezia and Tim also bought a pewter elephant jewellery casket and a solid silver Art Deco style spirit measure,
100 quid?
No, behave.
leaving them with 260 to spend.
Here we go.
Shall we have a look at mine? Because it's hiding behind. So you need to see it close up and from afar. So what it is a Victorian Valentine's Day card. So obviously you'll be used to getting hundreds of them
so many.
every
Honestly,
February.
I can't open the door.
But look at the detail in terms of whoever made this for whoever it was sent to.
Also,
Absolutely beautiful.
Back in the day, people used to make original Valentine's cards.
Oh,
That's so romantic, Nina.
absolutely.
Did you
know.
spot that?
I'd like to say yes, but no. But I just thought, yeah, it's it grew on me. I keep thinking about it.
Oh, it's very pretty. I like it.
Relatively rare, relatively cheap, but we'll see whether anyone else wants to buy it.
We shall see.
Nina,
Stephen!
fancy finding you an antique shop.
Nina and Stephen only purchased the one other item, a mid-20th century wooden valet, meaning they have £345 left.
I'm going to make a stripper.
Right, boot closed.
Once Nina's dropped off her fellow newsie, she has a rendezvous with Stephen in Southwell. This picturesque, historic town, with the Grade 1 listed Southwell Minster, is often referred to as the jewel in Nottinghamshire's crown. Nina's meeting Stephen in this gaff, Memory Lane Antiques. There's our man nosing away already.
Ah, top of the morning to you, Stephen.
Good morning. You've
Porcelain
caught me poking at the porcelain.
OK, so how fancy pants is that? And is it going to make us any money?
Well, the two of them are £35, so it's not a lot of money, but the trouble is there's some crazing in the glaze, some of the gilding's a bit worn. There's a chip on, crack there and a chip.
I'm picking up this neg vibe from you again. Are we walking away?
I'm dishing the dishes.
You're dishing the dishes.
Come on,
Let's go and
there must be
explore.
something else.
OK, we'll
Let's
go
and see
through
what
here.
else there
OK.
is.
Yes, I'm sure there are better spoils to be found.
Close your eyes.
OK, clunky. That's not porcelain, is it?
No.
Can I open them
You
yet?
can.
OK, silver, shiny, not quite twinkly, sparkly, but
No,
interesting.
they do need a clean, to be fair.
OK,
Do you know what they are?
I'm thinking that might be a bit of a strainer, tea strainer.
Very close. It's
Yeah.
a tea infuser. So if you push
Right.
the end,
Oh,
you see, you put your tea in there,
Yeah.
and then you close it, and then you can make a very nice, elegant tea without having all those nasty tea leaves in.
OK.
And what do you reckon to that?
Have no idea.
Okay.
Key ring
Have you ever smoked a
thing.
cigar?
Tiny torch. I have been known to partake.
Well, pull the end off it.
Pull the end of it. Oh,
and
right,
then
yep,
Press, but keep your fingers away from the end.
yep. Press.
Yep. So it's to spike the end of the cigar.
£45 each. The cigar spike is sterling silver, but I don't see a hallmark on that tea strainer, which could affect the price.
So when do we need to make a decision, though?
Well, the next shop, it all depends on what's there. So that could be 2 purchases, or it could be 1. I don't think they're expensive, but if we can get a bit off, or a lot off,
It's worth a try.
it's worth a try.
Go on, Nina. Chance your luck with Carol the dealer.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hello.
We've finished browsing, and we're keen on these 2 items, actually. So 45, we're thinking we want it for a little bit less than that.
30?
We couldn't see the hallmark on the tea strainer.
Yeah, it's silver plated.
If it's 45 for silver, what's the silver plate price?
15?
What about a fiver for a local girl?
I tell you what, for them both, for a local girl, I'll let you have them both for 25.
OK, I'm thinking we should go for that.
I am
Yeah?
thinking
Should I get the cash out?
Get the
OK,
cash out.
fantastic. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Nicely done, Nina. £25 paid, 320 still in the kitty. Back to the motor and on to the next shop.
2 shops down, 1 to go.
Last chance saloon, yeah?
Yeah, come on.
Ready?
Get the drinks lined up.
Hold on tight. Or should we do one more?
Oh dear. We'll catch up with them later.
Lou, how have you enjoyed shopping so far?
Yeah, I have enjoyed it. I like shopping anyway, so new kind of shopping for me. It's been fun, hasn't it? I think we've found some decent little items.
I'm really pleased with what we got, and I absolutely love the mirror you found.
Yes.
For me, I think that is our prized object so far.
Oh, good.
I think it's really nice.
Happy to hear that.
I think I can see a little profit there.
Oh, I hope so. I really hope so. That would be amazing.
Lucrezia and Tim are making their way to Ruddington on the outskirts of Nottingham.
Yay.
Right, here we are, madame.
Rock and roll.
They're here to meet Jill King
Ooh. Hi, Jill.
at the Framework Knitting Museum to learn about an invention which helped lead to the Industrial Revolution.
Would you like to hear something about the textile industry of Nottinghamshire?
I would love to, Jill.
Follow
Thank you.
me.
Go on, Tim.
In the 16th century, the undergarment of choice for men and women were a trusty pair of stockings. Hardly controversial, you might think. But they would go on to be at the forefront of the Industrial Revolution and the centre of a violent workers' rebellion. All because of this 16th century machine invented by a man called William Lee.
So, Jill, obviously Nottingham's famous for its textiles industry, isn't it? But it really all changed with these machines.
Yes. Before these machines, everybody wore stockings, but the ladies in the homes made the stockings as you would recognise now. With
by hand.
By hand. And the story goes that William Lee was a bit fed up of his lady friend taking so much time knitting his stockings and not paying him enough attention.
Oh, my goodness.
So he invented the stocking machine.
The stocking frame was a game changer, a faster, cheaper and more productive way to manufacture textiles. In the decades that followed, Lee's invention would become a big business and the machines continued to improve. By the early 1800s, it was taking less and less skill to operate them, meaning bigger profits for the owners and smaller wages for the workers.
In a village like this, there were more than 60 frame workshops.
So originally it started all being organised from the town itself, from Nottingham itself, and the manufacturers had frames.
People, if they wanted to buy one of these, they were very expensive, weren't they? You couldn't buy one. You had to rent them, didn't you?
The framework knitters never bought their own frames because they just didn't have time. They were treated very badly and they were cheated left, right and centre. If you wanted to make money out of framework knitting, you had to own a frame. And there's no jeopardy whatsoever. So mainly it's the manufacturers in the big towns. But if you were a bank manager or a shopkeeper and you had a bit of spare money, if you bought a frame and you put it in a frame shop somewhere, if you find somewhere, you don't have to find work for it, you don't have to find anybody for it, you don't have to maintain it because the framework knitters are going to do that. All you do is take the money.
With frame machine technology rapidly advancing and the workforce feeling increasingly exploited, things came to a head in 1811. Workers tried to force employers to pay higher wages, and when this failed, they rioted. Hundreds of machines were smashed across Nottinghamshire. This was the birth of the Luddite movement, named after mythical folk hero Ned Ludd, an apprentice who allegedly smashed 2 stocking frames.
So you've seen the frames, the original frame.
Yes.
Would you actually like to see one working?
I would
because
love
I know
to.
somebody who can do it.
I would love to, Jill. Thank you.
Right, let's go then.
Let's go.
The riots continued into 1812, by which time the Luddites had broken up over 800 frames and the rebellion had spread to Leicestershire and Derbyshire. As the movement grew increasingly violent, Parliament was forced to intervene, dispatching the army to Nottingham and passing an act making frame breaking a capital offence.
So, Stuart, you are an expert, basically. You know how these machines work. Are you going to show me how to use one?
Yeah, so I'll hop on the machine and show you some actual knitting.
Please do.
Simple as that.
Would you like a go?
Oh, go on then.
OK.
OK, it's the part that scares me the most.
This yarn carrier moves from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. What operates that are those pedals.
Right, here we go. Ready?
Yep.
Oh, God. This one. Like that?
That's it. Now press the other pedal.
Oh. And then
Reset.
Oh, so it's just like that?
That's it.
I'm actually pretty good at this, aren't I?
Yeah.
Ooh. It's almost like an exercise bike. Am I going too fast?
Well done. No, that's a nice.
Amazing.
That's a nice action.
Oh, it's a nice action. Wow.
So that's the first stage of knitting a row. There's another 6 stages.
Another 6, yeah, but
You'll have to come back next week.
Next
for that.
time.
Yeah.
Next time.
Next
yeah.
time, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Thanks for showing me how, Stuart.
You did very well.
Ultimately, the Luddites failed to protect their jobs and secure higher wages, and today their name is synonymous with anti-progress. However, they did succeed in one thing, demonstrating the power of a united workforce. 22 miles away, Nina and Stephen have arrived in Newark for their last shop on the road.
Smalls and collectibles. Smalls means little small things.
You don't say, Stephen. Newark Antiques and Interiors is spread across 2 floors, with dealer Paul manning the tills. This pair still have £320 to spend, but what can they muster in here?
OK, I've finally found something that's twinkly sparkly, that's a silver teapot charm. So if I can try and find Stephen. Stephen!
Yeah.
Oh,
Hiding.
oh, hello
What have you
there.
found?
Well, I don't know. It could be something, it could be nothing. It just looks pretty and beautiful.
I think that's dead cute.
Look at me.
I know,
Day
all
2.
grown up.
Final shop.
How much is it?
So that's £25.
You know what? I think
Yeah.
that's a no-brainer.
Really?
But do we put it with... Actually, what's that? What's that? The little filigree brooch.
It's also beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ornate and...
Yeah, £22. These brooches could pair up nicely.
Let's put them together and see.
And while they keep browsing, Lucrezia and Tim have also arrived in Newark for their final shop.
Right, here we are.
Wow.
Oh, that looks lovely.
That looks like a nice shop.
That looks like my cup of tea.
Smart.
They have £260 to spend at number 55 Antiques and Interiors.
Yeah, right, let's go shopping.
OK.
I'll race you in there.
This handsome Georgian building is packed to the rafters with antiques, vintage and retro collectibles.
Oh, Lou. What do you think of this? That's really nice. It's a sort of Art Nouveau chandelier or an electrolier, I suppose you would call it. But what's caught my eye is that there's matching original shades on each of those.
Is that quite rare to have them all?
I wouldn't say it's rare, but it's nice to find.
It's lovely.
Because, you know, if one of those got broken, you'd have to replace all of them. And then to find 4 that match and suit the piece would be quite tricky, wouldn't
It's
it?
actually really, really pretty.
It is, yeah. Date-wise, I'd say because it's Art Nouveau, maybe early 20th century, 1910, up to maybe the 30s, it would have been echoing back to the Art Nouveau period, because I think it's probably continental French from that part of the world.
Oh, French.
Yeah.
Ooh la la.
Yeah. Ah, très joli. C'est combien?
What would you say that that's worth?
Worth? I mean...
If you went into a lighting shop and you expected...
Oh, a couple of hundred.
£48.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? And it's quite a lump for £48.
Yes, it's solid, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like a nice unit. It's a nice piece. It's a statement piece.
Exactly.
I think we're onto something here.
Are you excited?
I'm
Good.
quite excited. Yeah, good
It's lit up
spotting.
your life.
It has literally. Oh,
Well, I
the
think
jokes.
if you could negotiate it down a bit,
Yeah. Okay.
I think on a good day you might double your money.
Brilliant.
So that's what we want to hear.
Sounds
isn't
good
it?
to me.
Okay.
Rightio, let's go and see the dealer.
Hello, Savas.
Hello, team. Hello,
Hi,
Lucrezia.
We found something that we
Okay,
really like.
happy for that. Which
Not as happy as
item?
us, but we could be happier.
Yeah.
It's this light here.
Okay,
It's 48. What's your best price?
that will be 35.
35. Oh, I think
That's a good deal,
sweet,
isn't
isn't
it?
it?
Yeah, that's very generous. Thank you,
so much.
Savas.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
A tidy bit of business there. £35 is a great price.
Thank you so much.
I thank you, guys.
Deal.
Thank you. No, I'll have to get up a ladder.
You will, won't you? Oh, it's great.
Thank you very much, Savas.
And that's Lucrezia all shopped up. We'll get a man with a ladder to fetch it down and send it onto the sale room.
We're done. That's it.
Right,
Okay.
off to the auction.
Let's go.
Round the corner, Nina and Stephen are still mooching about their shop. And Nina's spotted something.
Stephen, this is just a ladle. It's nearly £80. Why is it so expensive?
Well, you see, you said just a ladle. Let's see what it says on the label first. So it says it's a treen. Treen just means an item made out of wood. So that's kind of a thing dealers like to confuse. It means wood.
Right.
So treen punch ladle, 1860. I think that's early, that's Georgian. That's about 1800, 1790, 1800.
Oh, right, okay.
And we technically call them the toddy ladles. Toddy was just an old name for punch. But serving punch because you think the wine didn't travel as well, so the wine would go off, so they'd often mix it with spirits. You'd have a big bowl, and you'd invite your friends down for a glass of punch.
Oh, fancy that now. A little bit of damage. Should I be concerned about that?
With treen items, a little bit of damage isn't so much of a concern. If it was cracked, I'd say yes, but a little bit of chip, that's just somebody had a bit of a...
Should we talk to the dealer about it?
I think we should talk... You handle it.
Okay.
Go on, you do the deal.
Okay.
Let's see what Paul can do.
Hi there.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I've seen a punch ladle that I'm quite interested in.
Oh, yes. 55, and that's your lot. Oh, yeah.
55, and we would love to also take that beautiful little brooch
Oh, yes.
that was in the cabinet over there, and the absolutely gorgeous little teapot charm with the Venetian beads.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
that was
that's pretty, isn't it?
25.
Yeah. If you
Any
take
wriggle room there?
both of those,
Yeah.
we can do them for £40.
£40 plus the 55.
Give the man some cash, I say.
95.
Yeah.
Job's a good one.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
My
I
pleasure.
love the TARDIS you've got here. It's brilliant, isn't it?
Easy peasy, that little haul brings Nina and Stephen's shopping to a close with 225 unspent.
Right.
Got to go and take them to the auction now.
We've got loads of money left. Is that the right thing to do?
The night is young.
Okay.
Come on.
The custard Ford awaits. Let's be off, shall we?
Right. Hold on tight.
Hello.
Here we go. Next stop, auction.
So the shopping's over.
Shopping's over, sadly.
It's now, we're just going to wait, aren't we, and see whether we did great or we did really bad.
Shocking denouement.
So that's it. We're done.
Are you sad you finished shopping, or are you just excited to see what they sell for now?
Bit of both.
I'm hoping there'll be lots of bidding and our things will fly away.
I really
so
hope
fingers
so.
crossed.
Yeah, everything crossed. We can do this.
We'll find out soon. But first, some shut-eye. It's time to face the music. How are we feeling, ladies?
So you dared to get back in the car with me there?
I did. You're an excellent driver.
Thank you. Am I an excellent antiques buyer, though?
That is the question.
Indeed. And this is where we'll find the answers. We're going back to school today at the British Schools Museum in Hitchin.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Looks like a school. Good luck, Lou.
Good luck, Nina.
Are we all present?
Hi, guys. Hello. Hi.
Come on, take
Well,
a
I'm
few.
excited about this. We're going to see how much money we make.
We'll leave them to get settled in at their desks. As while the gang have assembled in Hertfordshire, their purchases have been delivered just over the border to Bourne End Auctions in Buckinghamshire. Bidders await on the phone and online too, all under the supervision of gavel master Hugo Lemon. Nina and Stephen grouped some of their items together, meaning they spent £175 on 5 lots. What do you think, Mr. Auctioneer?
The Treen toddy ladle is rather difficult to come by, and those people who are collecting Treen will be interested in this.
Promising. Lucrezia and Tim's haul of 5 lots also cost them £175. Hugo?
The Indian elephant with the monkey on the top, the jewellery casket, really well done in spelter, lovely colour on it, just a lovely novelty piece. I really like this and I'm hoping it should do really well today.
He's a fan. Now, back at the school, everyone's feeling the excitement.
Welcome to Stephen's School of Antiques. Our new pupils. How are you doing?
Not bad.
You think you're going to graduate?
No.
Oh, thanks for the vote of
Top of
confidence.
class.
And with the wonders of modern tech, let's watch the auction unfold. Will it be happily ever after or heartbreak for Nina's first lot, the Victorian Valentine?
Love is never out of fashion.
£20 I'm bid and 2 I'll take it. £20 and a 20, surely and 2
Are you coming in?
20. And 20, 22, 25.
Going up.
25 I'm now bid.
There's bidders.
27 and 30 I'll take it. 27 and 30, 32 I'm bid.
Ooh.
At £32 I'm bid.
Oh, don't stop there.
Are you all done? I will sell at 32. All done at 32.
Oh.
Unlucky. A small loss to start.
Antiques is a journey. You've taken your first step.
It's a bumpy ride.
Perhaps the bidders will be keener on Lucrezia's mirror.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the greatest antiques expert of them all? Please say Timothy Medhurst.
30 then to start. 30 I'm bid, thank you.
Tumbleweed.
£30 and 2, 32, 35, 37. 37, 37.
Go on.
40. 40 I'm bid and 2.
You know you love it.
42 now I have.
Come
45.
on, you know it's beautiful. Come on.
Are you all done?
No.
I'm selling then at 42. All done then at 42.
On reflection, may not be the best purchase.
It was a bargain for us, but I think it was even
Bigger
more a
bargain for them,
I
whoever
think it was a
bought
lovely
it.
thing.
Hopefully, Nina's silver cigar spike and plated tea strainer can do better.
20 then to start. 20 I'm bid, thank you. 25, 27. 27 now I have, and 30, 30.
Okay, we're going up, we're going up, we're going up.
32, 35.
Hey!
You all done this time at 35, I'll sell at 35.
Excellent. More of that, please.
Well done, guys.
I think
profit.
a £10 profit call is called a graduation.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Can Lucrezia's Art Nouveau chandelier light up the auction?
50 then to start. 50 I did, thank you.
Yes.
We've already made a profit.
Straight into profit, yes.
5 and 70. 5 and 80 and 5 and 90.
Listen to those bids come in.
And 5. At £95 I'm bid, 100 I'll take. Are you all done then?
No, you want to go higher.
95 then at 95, all done at 95.
Yes! Bravo!
Yes!
Is that what winning feels like?
Tremendous. That's more like it.
Oh, that's brilliant. Do you feel the pressure's off you a little bit
A
now?
little bit, yeah. Can relax now.
Time for a bit of sparkle. Nina's jewellery lot next.
It's a beautiful, charming little charm, isn't it? You know.
I like it. All it takes is a magpie like me.
Yeah, to go,
See
that's
the-
what I want.
20, anyone? 20 I'm bid, thank you, at 20 and 2.
Oh, we got some bidders.
22, 25.
Oh, it's a long way to 40.
At £25, then all done.
Oh, that is a disappointment. Still, it's not over yet.
We was robbed.
You two must be loving this.
No, I feel terrible for you.
I do.
feel
Yeah, really
terrible.
awful.
Spirits running low on one side of the room. Rather apt, really, as Lucrezia's silver spirit measure is up next.
30 I'm bid, 32.
Straight in.
35,
Yes.
37, and 40, 42.
They're getting stuck in.
Yes! 50, 50 and 5, 60 and 5.
Drinks on us tonight.
And 80 and 5, and 90 I'm bid and 5. At 95 now, 100.
Keep going, keep going.
£100.
Oh!
120, 130.
Where's he going to stop?
130, thank you. 140, 140, 150. At 100.
Fantastic.
Come on.
Last chance at 140.
I'm
Rather.
absolutely.
Rather.
I'm speechless.
Crikey, that is a whopping profit.
Wow,
That was
140.
I am surprised. I didn't think it would make quite that much.
Let's see if there's more fortune to go around with Nina's Treen Toddy ladle.
I think we'll get 30 for it.
I think this could be the one, Nina.
Do you think so?
£30 straight in and 2 I'll take. 32.
I hope this does well. I like it.
35, 37. At 35, then I will sell, and at 35, all done at 35.
Oh dear, I'm sorry, Nina. It's just not your day.
Deary me.
Drinks on Medhurst tonight.
Lucrezia's penultimate lot, the elephant jewellery casket.
This is something that absolutely floated my boat.
50 I'm bid, thank you, and 5 I'll take it. 50 yes. At £65 I'm bid. 70 I'll take it. 80 I'm bid, and 5, and 5. 90 I'm bid, thank you.
Lou, help me.
95. 100 I'm bid, thank you.
Was that 100?
£100 I'm bid. Yes. 110, 120.
120?
120,
Oh,
thank
my goodness.
you. 130. It's unusual.
It's
It is unusual. It is.
You're all done at 120.
Oh, well done.
My goodness me.
So good.
Well done.
My, another excellent profit there.
You know about antiques, don't you?
Oh, thanks.
I mean, you do. I'm sure you do, Stephen, as well. But you do.
One last chance for Nina. It's the mid-20th century wooden valet.
20 to start. At £20, 22, 25, 25 I'm bid, 27 I'll take it, £25 I'm bid.
Oh, don't stop there.
Easier than putting your clothes in the wardrobe at £25 all done, then at 25 I will sell at 25.
It washed its face, but we were hoping for more.
Oh, brilliant. He had
Profit's a profit.
He had some
That's
banter
good.
as well.
It's a profit.
You guys.
Yeah, and last but not least, it's Lucrezia's rather large brass kettle.
30 I'm bid, thank you.
Oh, yes.
35, 35, 37 and 40, 40 I'm bid and 2.
This is getting silly
It's a
now.
bit silly and embarrassing now.
It is a bit embarrassing.
45 on commission, 47 I'll take it, £45 I'm bid, 47. £47 I'm bid, £47 and are you all done at 47? I'm selling at 47.
Well done.
Another little profit to end the day on.
Well, all's fair in love and war. Bravo.
Well, that was the ups and downs of an auction in a nutshell.
Yes, the ups and the downs. Goodness gracious.
Are you sure you two are mates?
Maybe not anymore. We were before.
Yes, were.
In today's headlines, Nina and Stephen began this trip with £400 and after calculating auction costs, they made a loss. They end the day on £349.64. And have I got news for you? Lucrezia and Tim, who began with the same amount, have raked in the cash. After sale room fees, they romp home to victory with £589.08p, and all profits go to children in need.
See you soon, ladies.
Thank
Bye.
you so much. Thank you.
Here we go.
Let's go.
We'll have you back anytime.
I want to call fact check. I want to see if this is fake news.
Oh, but we're still friends, right?
We're still mates.
You sure?
Yeah, it's fine. Just note to self. Stick to the opposite shifts, I think.
Bye-bye.